So what makes you uncomfortable?
I would say that the biggest thing that makes me uncomfortable is insecurity. Not even necessarily my own insecurity, which does exist, but the insecurity of people in general, where I constantly feel as if, people are just moments away from finding out that I'm just faking it until I make it, that there's some days I wake up and entire pieces of my anatomy knowledge or entire pieces about exercise science and bodybuilding and nutrition, they're just not there. And I always think to myself, like, you're a professional at what you do, and how do you not remember this stuff just every minute of the day? And it makes me really insecure, because I would hope that when all of this is said and done, and really my main mission when I do stuff like this is because I want to prove that what I'm doing is not a mistake, and that me gaining any level of success or any level of being decent at what I do is not a mistake. And to feel like I'm not doing the best job at what I'm doing, or to feel like I'm missing a piece of that knowledge, is very much uncomfortable for me. When people call me and they have their insecurities about how they see themselves, or they have this strange distorted view of what they are and what they look like, I would hope that I always have the right thing to say to talk them down. And what makes me even insecure about their insecurities is that, look, I wake up sometimes and I don't have the right motivational thing to say, or sometimes I get up and I'm tired, or I don't have the right motivation to go, I want to do my cardio at 1 a.m. when I'm working weights. So that insecurity leads into the fact that I also have to be there for other people. And what if I say the wrong thing, or I push too hard, or not hard enough? You almost feel like you're a fraud. And that makes me very insecure, and that insecurity makes me very uncomfortable, like the walls are closing in on me. And, I think too that what we do with our insecurities, we want to make people feel better, because we know what that insecurity feels like. And what I found as I get older and I start talking to more and more people is that most of the time, first of all, that knowledge is going to come back. You're just in a fog, and the fog is going to clear. But most of all, when other people have insecurities and they talk to you, most of the time they don't want you to solve their problems. And most of the time what clears that fog and what really levels you out is you just want somebody to listen. And I think that if more people went into a conversation wanting to listen instead of make their point, those insecurities would seem a lot different. I definitely know something else that makes me uncomfortable is, this whole situation of getting out of the military a lot of times can make people feel very uncomfortable. And I don't really feel that, because I have something else to fall back on. And, this thing that's my dream means much more to me and is so important to me that I don't mind changing up my path to be able to do that. But I'm terrified that by the time I get back, I'll have been gone about 10 and a half years at that point, that my mom will continuously start to degrade. And I will have missed the last 10 years that she remembered, who I was. And even though it was very different than who I was 10 years ago, I really hope that looking down the line that I'll be able to live with the fact that when her life became the hardest and she started to forget about the best parts that I consider about growing up and knowing her, that I will have missed that. It makes me very uncomfortable to think we don't know how fast this thing is going to deteriorate her, or, I wish that I could tell about how she felt and about what she was feeling and how uncomfortable she might be. But I can't from being out here. I can't be 2,000 miles away and pretend that I understand it. I hope that 10 years from now, I won't consider the last 10 years a great opportunity that took me far, far away from something that was far more important. And I know that it was the right decision. I know that the decision I made in being out here was the right thing to do. But it's hard to tell yourself that when you're still in the thick of things. And I bet you a year from now, I'll be singing a very different tune about how excited I am for the next chapter and about how much of a good choice and the right decision this was. And I hope that when I say that she'll be able to say the same thing. And it makes me very uncomfortable to think about. One thing that makes everybody uncomfortable is asking for help. One thing that doesn't make me uncomfortable is talking directly to you. So the way that I wanted to end this video is to tell anybody that could be watching this now, sometime in the future, who has a problem, is to ask for help. You're not the only person going through this, and sometimes you just want somebody to listen. Whether it be me or somebody else, or whatever your problem is that you think is too insurmountable, it's not. Someone is willing to listen. Sometimes you want advice. Someone has it, but you have to ask for it. Everybody feels the way that you're feeling right now. Just because you haven't found that person yet doesn't mean they don't exist. We all feel like the world is closing in around us sometimes. And a lot of things can make us all feel uncomfortable. It's okay to swallow your pride and ask for help. Whether it be because you're just feeling overwhelmed at the moment, whether you're having things as serious as suicidal ideations, or whether you need help because financially or physically or just emotionally things are falling apart around you. Whether it be me as a faceless name on the internet or somebody else you know very personally, someone wants to help you. Before you do something stupid that makes us feel all uncomfortable, and before you do something that's indescribably permanent, ask for help. Feeling uncomfortable is nothing like the grief and uncomfortability that people will feel if you weren't around them. We all have these problems, and every single one of us feels like we're the only person that has them. We're not. As much as we like to all think that we're unique and our problems only apply to us, they don't. It's okay to ask for help, and no matter how uncomfortable you are, you'll feel much more comfortable when that burden is lifted off your shoulders. Ask for help.